Good evening, I'm Esther Gidu. You are in for Vincent Makori. This is Africa 54. The excitement and concern builds with Nigeria's critical presidential election just days away. The top two candidates running in Saturday's presidential poll are both familiar faces. It is the fifth election campaign for incumbent Muhammadu Buhari, 76, who was a military ruler in the 1980s, and the fourth campaign for main opposition candidate Atiku Abubakar, 72, who was Nigeria's vice president from 1999 to 2007. Political observers say the race for the nation's top post is tight. VOA's Anita Powell has more on the candidates from Johannesburg.
Two political heavyweights, both former leaders in their 70s, are vying for the top office in Africa's largest economy, Nigeria. 76-year-old incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari swept power in 2015 on promises to improve Nigeria's security, oil-dependent economy, and reputation for rampant corruption. His opponent, 72-year-old former vice president and businessman Atiku Abubakar, is campaigning on a similar platform.
These two frontrunners in the election race have been in politics for decades. This is not their first time either for running for president. Between them, they've nearly run for the presidency 10 times.
Both men have stressed the need for greater security in the fight against Islamist militants in the north and economic diversity away from Nigeria's dependence on oil. While their words on the other crucial issue, corruption, are similar, their reputations differ. Buhari made clean governance his signature issue, but in an interview with VOA, he agreed with critics that corruption has not been wiped out.
Yes, there will always be people who will be prepared to offer bribes, but what we feel is just like the military operation. Whoever is caught accepting bribe, will certainly be dealt with.
For his part, Abubakar, known as Atiku to his followers, is dogged by corruption allegations, which he quickly denied in an interview with VOA. He said he plans to take a hardline approach on corruption as well.
You just have to strengthen your laws and also strengthen your processes to make sure that people don't escape, and also make sure that people who are accused of corruption, are, tried in a very, very fast manner, so that you don't allow. I certainly will not agree or allow a situation where corrupt trials last for several years.
While some analysts predict a tight presidential race, it could come down to demographics and identity politics. But voters should also be looking at Buhari's well-publicized health problems, says Parker.
Buhari's health is a huge factor. It's a huge source of concern for a lot of people, investing in Nigeria in terms of, is he going to be able to complete his term? What does that mean for the political stability? We know that Buhari will if he has to, will hand over to his deputy. And his deputy is actually a very dynamic, business-friendly, young guy who's got quite a lot of national appeal. He's been able to broker peace in the rest of Niger Delta region, so he does have that draw. And again, those sort of individuals in his government are quite exciting to watch.
But that decision is up to Nigerians, who will vote on February 16th. Anita Powell, VOA News, Johannesburg.